Hello everybody, my name is Cynthia for those of you who don't know me, and I created this makeup channel so that people who don't know how to do makeup can learn how to do it. I mean, I'm not a special, I'm not certified to do it myself, but I tend to have ways to do it in a way where it can look easy. I'm not perfect, I haven't gone to school for it, I'm just a regular girl who loves to do makeup. But anyways, for those of you who are gonna comment and say you didn't do it right, you didn't apply it right, you didn't use the right brush, this is the way that works for me, and this is the way that I tend to use it. So for those of you who don't like it, then you don't have to watch it. But those of you who want to learn, who are new at this, you guys can feel free to watch, and you guys can feel free to do it. I'm not saying I'm great, but at least I can make makeup look pretty decent. So let's get started. So to begin with, I always like to prime my face because I have a really dry skin. So my skin is really dry and I tend to use NYX Photo Loving Primer. It looks like this. I pretty much emptied it out because I use it so often. I don't even have to use any foundation, but I always apply this because I always have to because it's so dry. I applied a little too much, but it's okay because I can always spread it wherever my dry areas are, which happen to be under my chin, around my nose, and around my forehead for some reason, for those of you who have the same problem. And this actually smoothens out my makeup foundation. I don't need it, I know I don't need it, but since I'm so pale, I do it so that I won't look so pale when I want to do a makeup look for the eyeshadow so it can pop out. Okay, so once I did that, I use, so you can tell this needs some washing, which I will wash it, but I've been working a lot, so no time for that. It's the e.l.f. Professional Foundation Brush. I tend to use these because this happens to be the easiest way to apply it. You can blend it easy, and also this tends to help not overuse your makeup. It lasts longer and you don't waste your makeup, because when I tend to do it with sponges, I used to do it with sponges, and it wastes a lot of product. Not with the Beauty Blender because I've done it, but for some reason the makeup that I use, it's called MAC, it's too thick for the Beauty Blender, so I tend to use this one for my makeup. I use Studio Sculpt SPF since my skin isn't exactly too oily or it isn't too dry. I use this one and I love it because you can't even tell that I'm wearing any. So when I apply it, a lot of you already know how to, just apply a little tiny amount, and I'm going to use a mirror so I can see myself because that way it can come out pretty well. I put it right here, I start here, and I blend it out like this. And as you can tell, it hides all the red spots. I'm gonna grab the phone so that I can show you guys where the red spots are. They are right there, but this helps hide it. You see that red spot? Helps hide it. And I go like that so that you can see. I'm obviously going to add more product because it's not enough product for the entire face. So, here I go. I will speed through this so I won't bore you with my makeup foundation. Circular motions are the best way to blend your makeup. That way you don't leave any harsh lines or visible lines. Always use a mirror because it's the best way to see where exactly you're needing to use. I look already a little bit darker. And just a little bit more for my forehead to blend out my makeup. I have baby hairs, so as you can see, it's blending out. Sometimes do it over my eye because I have veiny looking eyes, and if I leave it there, then you can't really tell. I'm so white that you could literally see it on my eyebrows, which sucks. So I'm trying to make sure that everything is covered. There we go. On regular days, I don't use powder, but for the purpose of this video, mineralizing skin finish. You don't have to put this on if you don't have cakey skin, but I like to do this just to seal the makeup. And I just dab it on. So I'm going to show you. It looks pretty smooth from this side. And this side looks okay, but you could tell that this helps tighten out the foundation. You could barely even tell I'm wearing some, which is why I love this makeup. I obviously don't want to add too much because I don't want to look like Casper. Okay. Next step is the brows. Well, I like to do the brows. I don't know. You could do it any step you want, but I like to do the brows. Okay. I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. I was recommended this little pencil by a friend. And let me just tell you, it has changed my brow game forever. I'm not saying that I'm the best at doing my brows, but let me just say that it has changed the way I do them for sure. I used to do them and like, I have one eyebrow different from the other. And this one came out better than this one all the time. And when I used to do this eyebrow, you could see the harsh lines from here, like coming out from here. And now you can't when I use this liner. So, let me show you the thin. I think I literally ran out of this already. And it was like 20 bucks. Okay. So, I always start off from the outer corner. And as you can see, it only adds to your eyebrow. But it's not strong enough to look like a Sharpie eyebrow. And I just draw on a shape. I don't necessarily want to draw on an entire brow. But you can already see the difference between this brow and that one. That's not how it's supposed to look, the finished product, but this one looks funny. It's always the hardest brow to do. Whenever you do your brows, try your hardest not to touch this first part, because that's when you could totally tell that you did it. And I use VH Cosmetics for my brushes, and a lot of them actually, most of them are from there or from Avon. I use those products pretty often. But I use this angled brush to draw in my eyebrow with the gel brow gel. It's brown. I use e.l.f. eyeshadows in medium. And it's pretty much almost out. But I love it because although it's not MAC and although it's not Anastasia, it has a lot of product, and it doesn't necessarily have to be from those good brands. Most of the time e.l.f. has pretty good product. So let me show you how the before and after. I'm going to do this brow. So with this brow, I just draw on here and I go over what I already drew, and I go as hard as I can because that's the last part, and then I go pretty soft on the other parts that I'm going into, and then I'm pretty soft here, barely even tapping it because I don't want it to be obvious that I painted in there. And there you go. You can see the difference between this one and that one. And this isn't even a product that's on the shelves for $20. It's really cheap. It's probably like $4 the most, especially at Target. And this is my other brow, which I'm coloring in too. And I'm going as hard as I can on the corner once again. And I go softer here. There we go. They're not perfect, but they're not bad either. So, this is going to be a long video, but it's not that bad. I use Earth Therapeutics to curl my lashes. I've tried thousands of eyelash curlers, and I mean, they're pretty bad for you, but because your eyelashes tend to fall off and cut off. But I love this one. You could find it on Amazon for the cheapest. I got one of them at Ross, and that's how I discovered them, and they were really cheap when I found them. But honestly, this is the best hands-on, the best eyelash curler. I can't make my eyelashes curl with any other ones. I have really thin eyelashes. Like, you could barely even see them. I don't know if you could barely see them. So when I curl up with these, you could see the difference. You see the difference between this eye as it is. It's already a dramatic difference. So I just curl them for the okay, and I'm gonna be using, oh my god, I'm holding it backwards. Eek. Urban Decay. I got this on sale on Ulta. I guess they were changing the container or something. So this is the product. It pretty much looks nude. I think that's too much, but I can always use it for one little bit on each eye. There. So I'll dab this on. Dab it on, dab it on. And then I dab the rest of the remaining primer on the other eye. As you can see, it's pretty light in color, but I like the texture. Okay, so once that is set, I want to use eyeshadows. And I just purchased, well, my boyfriend gave me the Chocolate Bar Palette by Too Faced, and I'm in love with it. Seriously, the colors are so amazing. I still have it in good condition. Let me show you. They're beautiful and they smell like coconut. Just kidding, they smell like cocoa. It smells delicious. It comes in this packaging. It looks like a chocolate bar. Literally. I know I don't have the best brows. Oh my god, what am I saying? I don't have the best makeup utensils, but they work. As a beginner, you gotta work with what you got. And I am working with what I got. I got my little pack from BH Cosmetics. As I've already said it, but okay. So basically, I'm going to be using this bar. I'm going to be using this color for my look today. It's a gold, but I'm going to be putting a setting spray so that it can pop, so you guys can see the difference in color. And this is my setting spray. It's by NYX Meat Spray from Finimat. Okay, I'm gonna put some product in here. I already used this brush for the same thing, so I need to clean my brushes. Okay, it's not matching my outfit, but who cares? Okay, so let me just spray some on this. And you'll quickly see how gold it is. Let me bring this closer to my eye. You can see how golden it looks. The setting spray just gives it a pop of color. And I'm going to do the same thing again. On my next. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I put it with the flat brush. That way it evens out as the color is. And I only put it in the middle eyelid, like right here. I don't put it all over the eye. Not even here. Just right here, I dab it on, dab it on, dab it on. And let me just say I love this golden color. I was loving it since I saw it on Jenny's page. Jennifer Ruiz, I believe is her name. Jenny69. She's the best. She's my favorite makeup guru. And now I'm gonna use the orangey milky color in this palette. The one right here. Oop, go right here. The caramel looking one. Wait, why am I using this one? Not that one. I'm gonna be using this one just to dab it on to the right here. It smells so good. And it looks pretty bad because I obviously haven't blended my colors. But it's not the final look. Same thing I do on this side, the crease. You're obviously going to use a darker color because you can't put a lighter color on this one. And for a darker color, I'm going to be using, I don't know the names of these things. I'm using an Avon brush. It looks like this. I'm going to be using the one on this corner. Right here, just dab it on. It looks funny right now, but I obviously haven't. blended it. And I won't until I use my blending brush. Okay. A blending brush looks like this, spongy. So I just close my eyes and spread and spread and spread all over my eyelid. Even out of it. That way it moves around so it doesn't look so bad. I mean, I know it doesn't look perfect yet, but I don't like it too dramatic for this look. But this is the way it's starting to look. Sorry for the lighting, by the way. There we go. Next step, I'm going to be doing my eyeliner. I always like to use this one by Avon. It's the Blackest Black G04. I've tried different eyeliners, never works on my eyes. This is the only eyeliner I've ever liked. It's crazy how Avon is really good at their products, even though it's not really known. You see how good it is? It makes such a difference. Okay, so now let's kind of contour. It's my eye look. It looks funny, but it's not gonna look just like that. I'm gonna be using this brush by BH Cosmetics. It comes in the palette. And then this is by Milani. This comes in there, but it fell off. It's been off, but it's like a bronzer. I like it though because it's soft. It's not brown. And when I use it over this, you couldn't even tell that I contoured. Obviously, you have to do a fishy face to contour. That's my technique. You see? Although this one needs a little more. And to give it a little bit of more color, if you want to, this is Milani, a big blush. It's a little one. Comes like this with a little mirror. I just use the same brush and I kind of dab it on here on the top. There we go. And for my eyeliner, I use the Inglot Most Popular thing. Honestly, this product, I like it. But the thing about it is that when I go to work and I use this, it's way too permanent for my eye. I don't know if that even makes sense. But this thing, honestly, it sucks because you literally have to put some type of oil to remove your eyeliner, and that's good. But if you rub your eye, you look like a raccoon. But I like it because it's super black. And if you're obviously not, you don't have any allergies or you don't have any problems, you can use this for sure, for sure, for sure.